Training ko sip na. Eh? Yes.
Got him! Got him!
Yeah, this is Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella on Hood Talk, and we ready to get this show started. So, Miss Bella, give us a rundown.
Well, hello to you, Mr. Know-It-All. Good evening, everyone that's at Hood Talk. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. If you want to send him some love, the information will begin to scroll across the screen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. But hey, getting into this topic for tonight. Does daddy issues affect men and women in dating? So, do you think because of your daddy issues, whether it's good or bad, do you think that has a say so on your dating experience or who you choose to be a part of your life on the romantic side?
um, I feel like it's a mixed message on there because data issues could have you to choose somebody good for you. Data issues can have somebody choose somebody bad for you.
Right,
Because you could look at that and say, I don't want to be like daddy.
right.
And
Or you can see daddy like, oh, I may do that like that, or my daddy moved this way. I may want to move like my daddy.
right.
Yep. So whether it's good or bad, do you think it affect how you would date? That's the qualities of a lot of things that you may do in life. Certain
Mm-hmm.
spending habits, certain ways of living, those are things that you can pick up from what you experienced like from your parents. You saw them move this way, it worked. I may want to move like them, or it didn't work, and I don't want to move like them, you know, right?
So watching your daddy, did it make you want to move like your daddy?
In some areas, yes.
Oh, okay.
In some areas like, I refuse to be like my daddy, having all these children. My dad had a lot of children,
Mm.
so
Well, I think everything. I think I might have was groomed a little different because I think when it come to me and my daddy, I always kind of like certain things he did, or whatever. Played cards. He was a people person, and it's a lot of things when you sitting up here and you thinking about thinking about your daddy. You got to say what is the negative traits, but by that time my dad had stopped drinking and stuff like this. So um, it's like when I got old enough, my dad was in the army and all that. I went to the army, so it's like in a way most men, if the daddy had a positive impact in their life, you kind of try to walk the same kind of walk,
right.
you know.
Yeah,
So
I get you.
yeah, I feel like I didn't see what my daddy, maybe before I came up, he might have been hot tamales or something might have been wrong or something. But as I came up, and I think it come from deep conversations with him too, that you want to learn who your daddy was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at one point, once I realized who he was, I can understand how he got to this point. So, and I think nowadays people don't care about legacy or who you are or walking in the same path or something because people been people been kind of tricked in thinking that all us could, like everybody can be millionaires, everybody can be bosses. The world ain't never worked like that, and it's sad to see people thinking the world finna start working like that now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's always been, bosses here, workers here, and it's always gonna be like that because like anybody, you got people that got the habits, can't control their money because being an entrepreneur, you got to save money, make money work for you, and it's all kind of different things that a lot of people they say that they want, but they really don't.
Right.
You know,
I mean, I think that like when you're in a situation where you're deciding to date someone or just to have somebody in your life, it doesn't only come from what you're taught as to being um, in the company of the opposite sex or whatever. I think it has to do with morals and things like that that you were taught, the simple things in life. Like you said, your dad was a people person, so you
Bruh.
know you so you try and
oh
No,
my
no,
bad,
no.
I wasn't trying to do that. I'm moving stuff around. Go ahead.
oh, okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead. You said about the simple things in life.
Yeah, they have an impact on things that you do in life.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when I looked at my pop and how he moved, I didn't see the fakeness of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
everything when he was authentic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I tried to be the same thing to my child, just tell her what's real instead of just trying to tell her what to make her feel better. See, a lot of people tell their kids what to make them feel better about this world, not really telling them what this world really about. Because this world is cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, and I wanted to have a quick moment of silence for my boy um, running the tie shop man passed away the other day. They having his funeral Saturday on Hanging Mouse, the church on Hanging Mouse. So shouts out to him. Have a little quick moment of silence for him. But but yeah, um, but yeah, but getting back to this world kind of done flipped on the on his head about how they view men, how how children view men, and you know what make it so bad. I talked to you, Miss Bella. I want you to get down to the nitty gritty because we done talked about this, and you made me think that no, I ain't. I'm crazy for thinking certain type of things, but I told you women don't even realize how disrespectful they done started being, where the kids are even laughing at the men that don't take the men serious. Look at them as the third on down the line. That's why we're doing the show tomorrow about what line is the men in, because it used to be man, woman, and child. And the child told me the other day it's the woman, the child, and the man. And that's how most of these households go. uh, I'm just telling the truth because you got in a lot of households where the woman is the boss and she teach the child that you listen everybody under her house listen to her, and sometimes when a man move in there he has no pos- position of power. That's why I always tell a man you got to go out here and get your own before you start trying to even act like you running anything, because kids do not respect nobody that don't have nothing. And you remember I say that on this show all the time. That, men want to act like they men, but if you ain't got nothing, children, if a child get out of school and get his first car and I already got more than you, he already looking down at you. And that's just way of life. You know what I'm saying? We can sit up there and what's name? We wonder why dad had 8 cars in the yard or whatever, because he letting you know I got some. I can go over there and crank that thing up, and I can go over here and crank this thing up. It's just sitting up. But if I went and put a hot battery in it right now, it'll crank up and run on down the street. And what people don't realize, it don't matter what you think. Men judge other men about what they have and what they acquire. You know what I'm saying? So, for and women do too. And that's why a lot of men are getting very disrespected, because if you ain't got nothing, they disrespecting you as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. And they don't look at you as a man.
No. Not easily. A lot of time children, they ride by what they see or how it act. And a lot of times when you have these situations where the men move in with the woman, that's a low ball anyway. Because you coming, the kids are already there. You coming into my mama house, you living with us type of thing.
Right. And you know what? I felt that, when I was younger. When I was younger and I was trying to get myself together, and I was, because people don't realize, see, women are born with their treasure. You know what I'm saying?
Their treasure.
Yeah. And when a woman come out of here and she look good, she cute, and she got that thing between her legs, she already got power. She got a certain level of power already. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing when you look at dogs chasing behind that girl dog. As soon as she come in heat, there's 10 dogs behind her, running up and down the street behind her. That ain't the same for men. You know what I'm saying? Men have to go out here and earn their way up. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't knock it. It doesn't seem like that's true, but I guess you would know because you're the man. So
Well,
it doesn't seem like that would be true.
Let me tell you this thing. Let's do this. All right. When a woman out and she go to the club, most time the woman is the one getting approached by the man, wherever she is. Men approaching her. You feel what I'm saying?
On a basis, yes.
It's not the other way around. Women don't just go out here and say, "Hey, come in, little handsome."
I don't know now. It's getting that bold.
I mean, you probably got a couple that they find a man irresistible, just like they like it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing that a man go through all day. I mean, if a woman will say at a man, that's once a week or something. You know what I'm saying? A woman, she had to fight off this stuff all day, every day. Yeah. If she go out and about, she wearing the right type of clothes, she gonna fight off men trying to vie for her attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? Good evening, Miss Kimberly. Blah. Up in his ass. The red light.
Kim said, "Good evening. She has your t-shirts, pillows, cases, etc. With the Luxuosity t-shirts."
What up, Jonathan in the his house? He said, "This world is flop. Just it done turned over sideways. Everything that wasn't good is good now. Everything that was bad is good now. It's just crazy. You look at the world now, and it's like wow.
It's not like it used to be.
No. Yep.
The real talk, bro.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah. Talking about running his family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He said, if a man don't have nothing, he ain't a man. And that's just unfair truth. If a man out there and this and that, matter of fact, when a man is out there and he ain't got none, and they kind of reclassify him as a bum. And then as he grows up and grabs stuff again, they say he works himself back into being a man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Even when a man don't have nothing, they call him a bum. When a woman don't have nothing, what they call her? A woman. She spent too much money. Something like that. Okay. But I'm Jonathan said that shit ain't no treasure. That's a curse. It's a curse. He say y'all curse between their legs. Okay, my bad. I'm just saying. Read that.
Laruma said, "This is the problem. One want what he see, and the other want what she can get. No real love nowhere."
Right. Oh, man, that was see. I knew the Ruben get deep sometimes. See, I understand exactly what he's saying now.
Yeah.
I can tell he thought that one out. He was like, you know what? Pow! That hit him where it hurt. Okay. I do exactly what he said on that one. What's up, Shawanda? He's else.
Hey, Shawanda.
Yeah. Yeah. And that point that LaRuben said, and that's so true. You know what I'm saying? A man out here, he looking and he just, ooh, that thing look good and this and that. And she looking at him saying, I bet you got some money. And, you know what I'm saying? It just, you know, because I remember a lady the other day when she was like, hey, how your daddy doing? I like, oh, he all right. She was like, yeah, let him know I want to take him out to eat. Like, that just sounds like a bait up. Let me bait you up. Don't that sound like a bait
Don't
up?
women pay for meals sometimes?
No, that's a bait up though. Because guess what? If my daddy was a bum, she wouldn't be talking about taking him out to eat. You know what I'm saying? There's that. You know, women know sometimes they got to do something to get a little closer to men in a certain kind of way.
So feeding him is the way?
Which way they said it was the way to a man's stomach. I mean, to his heart.
To his heart. Oh, they said feeding him, huh?
Through his stomach. Ain't that what they used to say back in the day?
I guess so. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
I know all them things they used to say back in the day. I remember that other one when the lady used to say, "Oh yeah, I just love a man in uniform," and I didn't know what it meant, and I found out, you know, just by growing up, like, oh, she meant the man with a steady income.
Right, and benefits.
That's all that meant. That's all that meant.
People thought it was about the look.
Right.
He looked nice in it.
Love somewhere. I thought it was some love somewhere. Oh man, it was all about the money.
He said, real talk through it all. You and bro representing on the show. Okay.
Oh, okay. You talking about when oh yeah, he was telling me that he saw me on 90.1 on the show.
Yeah, you did a great job on that.
I'm trying. I'm you know, I'm trying.
Would you do that again?
Yay. I
Oh,
mean,
you
even I remember the man in the room and we were talking about some maybe even getting a spot or something on that thing. I don't know. Maybe we had to talk to the man, see if we, you know, get up a spot on 90.1. I know they're gonna put me Probably midnight or something. Oh, long as
You
they put me
feel late
somewhere,
brunch.
somewhere where I can run my mouth.
You'll be good.
Well, I'll be good. It's all right. You can put me at 3 in the morning. I have people woke up. Okay. That's what's up. It's coming, Ruben. I believe it's coming, man. They say they say you can speak stuff into existence. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting that up.
Well, good. Speak it into existence. It can happen.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's get talking on these banners.
Okay. Let's go then. Let's go. I'm ready.
So we kind of already covered like what your relationships, values, and lifestyle, these type of things. When you date somebody, it's part of your values or life, what you're taught, right?
Yeah, and you know what? And you have to align yourself a certain kind of way with each other or it won't work. Like
Right.
that's why they say most time when somebody a Christian, they try to get a Christian wife or a Muslim. They need to get a Muslim wife because okay, you know what it look like a Muslim man trying to date a woman want to go out and party every night. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? She want to hit the club and dance and do all that.
Well, just say, for instance, if you go to the club, are you saying you need to find somebody that go to the club too?
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that because we do have a certain thing as opposite attracts. So, some pit I done seen because I done seen this. I done seen some people where one person smokes cigarettes and the other person don't smoke cigarettes, and I didn't think that would happen, but it happens. Like I guess women always allow men to be men to a certain point. Now, I guess the worst part of it is women trying to be men to a certain point. Now, if you go to the cigar lounge, you're gonna see a lot of women smoking cigars, and it really don't look sexy or good on them. It just look kind of crazy to see a woman with a big old cigar in her mouth. Man, put it in there. Don't know what she doing. She just want to be down, and that's how it sounds. Like it kind of seems like, especially if you see somebody that's cute, pretty, and then they trying to smoke a big old cigar that did big, and they got it in their mouth. You like, what? You know, you feel what I'm saying?
But what if she was eating an ice cream cone? That would be different.
Maybe so. As long as she took it one lick. Oh, okay, my bad. Cause if she put the whole ice cream cone on her mouth, she gonna burn up the internet. Somebody gonna film that.
Ah.
I'm just saying.
Look, let's talk about the values that you grew up with. Can and often do have a huge impact on how you interact with the person you're dating.
Yeah.
We kind of covered that, we talked about it.
Um, what values you think that your daddy gave to you that you think that you kind of give you, you know, what's you?
Well, when it came to relationships, I don't think I got anything from my father other than him being married. My dad got married, but just discussing relationships and getting into relationships. Only thing he say, don't bring a kind of person to his house. That's all he used to tell me.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's said that, you know, since men ain't been filtering out, um, other men like back in the day. See, back in the day, your daddy had to meet them, give you the okay and all
Right.
this stuff. And they say ever since women been venting their own men, it just done went downhill.
It has. But actually, like, even if my dad met them or whatever, if they gave him a good impression, he was like his potentials, he didn't like sweat it like that.
Well, I guess because you actually have to get uh, 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 enough, because anybody can play a certain role a couple of, hours
Till the
around a
truth
person.
come out.
And then you got to think about it. And then all this time, he probably ain't getting the truth from you about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably lying for him or whatever, making him seem gooder than what he is.
You
So,
don't know that this
I mean,
man don't have a job,
right or whatever. Yeah, I mean, a lot
probably
of people,
strangling you to death almost.
right, beating your ass, and then you putting on piles of makeup and all that old stuff. And people don't even realize when you're doing stuff and your dad don't even know. Like a lot of people, dads and stuff wouldn't play a lot of this stuff.
Right.
But what's happening is, I think ladies don't want to seem like they're fake because if if you go to your man whooping on you and you go by your daddy house at any time, you can say, "Pop, I don't want to be there no more. Can I spend the week with you till I find me another place?" Sure, baby. Take that couch. And if he
Right.
come over there, he gonna tell me, "Hey, player, nah, it's over.
Right.
you can get from my house and don't come back over here no more." And see, that's what real dads do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, like, you can tell by the trauma that a woman is going through with men is how close they are to their daddy. Because if they're not that close to their daddy, they will allow some other stuff to come in. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now that's part of the truth.
What? Oh, okay, go ahead, go ahead,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
I'm just saying it is. It's the truth.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times when you have these situations where you're making these wrong decisions, you're thinking this person is for you and this is what I love and what's going to do for me, and you're accepting a lot of things that you probably shouldn't as a person.
Right.
And that may be deemed from daddy issues, not knowing or just willing to accept whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Keep yourself in a bad place and you're not even happy. That's a terrible place to be.
Yeah. I agree.
Yep.
Agree that.
The Ruben said you both should be equally yoked, meaning you both should really know each other. Most of our people have sex before truly knowing the person.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I think we've all been there, LaRuben, before, you know. Well, not we all, but a lot of people have gone that way first, especially in these days. He said,
Mm.
good question, bro, sis. Most women that had their father in their lives, they chose a man that embodies your father character. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've done that. And he make me sick too, like my daddy did.
So I mean, and then I think either somebody either get somebody that have their father characteristics, or they take on their father's characteristics and pass it on to use that out in the world. Like even women that that if they had a lot of influence in their father, then all of a sudden they become a little manly and take on their father characteristics and they take it on to their relationships out here. So you got women that's, even though they close to their father, you know, they might be taking on his characteristic, or you know, even if they might be, you know, in a different kind of relationship,
Uh,
you know, if they're in a different kind of relationship, same sex or anything like that, they might take on their father characteristic, and then they'll be transferring that onto to their to their partner.
well, you know, like in my life, I can say, just like morally thinking, my father used to give me a lot of business advice. And not knowing that he was saying things that was supposed to be encouraging, that he probably just didn't know how to tell me directly, I'm encouraging you to do this. He used to say, um, how you do reverse psychology type things to get a message to me. And I think we sit and we just talked about life more so than just relationships. He used to tell me, you know, like I used to do his books for him, things like that. He was like, oh, yeah, you good in this, work this out type of thing. This is what you're going to do. You know, so I used to do his book at a young age,
Yeah,
you know, with his finances, things like that, you
yeah.
know. But when it came to relationships, he never really just gave it to me. So the only example I had was the example of how my mother molded me into the young lady I am on taking care of my father.
I'm gonna give you a reason that men don't tell their
Daughters.
daughters about relationships, because every man has his own qualifications. You know what I'm saying? Every man is different in what he might need from a
His
woman.
own characteristics.
Right. See,
Mhm.
you supposed to get how you act as a woman through your mother.
Right.
You feel what I'm
And
saying?
that's all we got.
All that you really needed to know how to act like a woman towards a man. And so the man that picks you, he's already getting a woman, and then everything else works itself out. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But you know, now it's so different now because you know a lot of ladies, you know, there's a lot of different movements and everything, and a lot of ladies don't want to act like. I mean, I guess it's something. It's some trauma going on that you know I seen it a long time ago when I heard women saying, "Oh, if I was a hoe, I bet you'll love me." Like, no, you know, and like
But you know the reason why women say that though, you know why, right?
they mentally traumatized from something.
No, no. It's like some women sit around and they try or they be faithful or whatever to their dude. Then you see this girl that just don't care and just walk over these dude and flip off however many she want. That's the one that has the man that will love her dirty water, you know? No, no, I'm just saying from what we see with just
Yeah,
probably a few
it
people,
seemed
but
like
just
it.
but I'm just saying, just seeming like what we see with our eyes with a few people, you know, we feel like a lot of men that is attracted to those type of girls and not knowing that they maybe aren't. They
But
just trying to hit it too.
but it's such a toxic relationship that it's like any woman that you see walking over their man in public, it's a toxic relationship in private, because he might let her do a lot of things in public, but then behind closed doors, sometimes she getting her head knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Or she fighting, or they, you know, because if you that aggressive, it don't stop in public. It gets worse when it get home. You feel what I'm saying? If you able to go at your man so rough in public, imagine what you do to him behind closed doors.
Right.
So and imagine what what might be going through that man head. See, people don't even understand that type of concept. Cause imagine you trying to hold it in, and your woman, you out in public, she motherfucker, you did we gave and you like, this joker crazy.
Mhm.
And then he probably saying, we'll get home, you know, whoop de whoop de whoop. But I think it then got so bad that um you know she I think a lot of men are just moving out of that space because there's no respect in the household. Why would you want to be somewhere where you're not respected? And if don't nobody respect you, if the kids don't respect you, the woman don't respect you, we see it online all the time. Just when we seen when that lady was talking about she had the 32-year-old son in the house
Oh yeah.
and paying all the
Well,
bills.
he ain't going nowhere. You will
Right.
go for
You'll
him.
go. And
That's because that man moved in her house.
but guess what? But he pay all the bills, and I'm gonna tell you what they're doing though. When other men see how you said that women was getting when they was seeing that woman how
Yeah.
she was walking all over him, but see now men watching women walking all over men, and they like, no, I ain't getting into that type of stuff. And that's why some men saying, okay, ain't no reason to get married because if we get married now, she, you know, this right here gonna happen. This right here,
I
she
just might
changed,
get worse.
she changed with the weather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's rough. You know what I'm saying?
The Ruben said he taught you money, not life experiences. Well, actually, my parents both did give me directions on how to do things in life. So they just told me what to do, but the life experiences were left upon me of
Mm.
what I went through. And then by me going through these things, I have to think about what my parents taught me. Moral of like not crossing the highway, or just basic life things. I was taught those things. I'm just saying when it came to relationships, I can't recall a time me and my daddy sat down and discussed relationships. I just didn't. It was
Or
me and my mom.
or or most men back in there, they showed you about relationships, how they led their household. You know what I'm saying? And
But
they
a lot of times you would think that all these men know how. They don't even probably have a clue. They probably was learning themselves. When you think about the age of our parents, they were considered young. We like our parents' age, what they were, having all these children. So I'm sure it was probably learning from them because if you having children, those are a lot of different characters.
well well what it is it wasn't so complicated as it is now. See, everybody feel like a relationship had to be some kind of perfect entity.
And
You got
it's not.
you got to be able to juggle the kids. You got to be able to make your wife so loving and this and half the time most most people that got married back then didn't want to marry each other. They
Right.
mess around
It
and
just
had
happened. It was
sex.
probably a hookup.
They mess around, had sex, and had to be with each other or something. I mean, it was a lot of things going on that
Mhm.
like they used to say, if you mess around, had sex with his daughter, it make you marry him, or if you got her pregnant, make you marry
Oh
him, and
yeah.
stuff
They
like
don't do that no more.
yeah, but that because even the women don't want to marry that. I mean, once you realize, I say once everybody went in their own certain kind of way and didn't really want to do certain things, you can't make people do what they don't want to do. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
That's true. Because a lot of times you have to get in these situations and everybody doesn't act the same. You can't expect this person to act like this person. Just say a person that's been into multiple relationships, right? Or
Right,
had multiple partners. You
right.
can't expect the things you've had in your past situation with the new people. Everything is not going to go inside. Like this person probably can do this better in this area, or this person can work this better in this area, but you can't do no comparison, with it. You have to respect and forgive and forget and move on. Stay authentic. You have to demonstrate. patience and honesty, things like that. These are values that we all should have experienced or been taught some part of our lives, even if it didn't come from home. Because a lot of men, they don't learn everything that they need to know from home with your daddy or with your mom. They go and be a part of the neighborhood, your friends. That's where it started at. Then you go to school, you have these different teachers or whatever, coaches, whatever you be a part of. These people have these impacts on your lives. So it won't just be a daddy issue. We all, like they say, a village. He said, "What is your definition of a relationship? A perfect relationship in your thinking?" I'm sorry, there is no relationship that I ever think of that's perfect. But my definition of a relationship is like people that are being together, quality time. In my thinking, I'm saying of the opposite sex, you're respecting each other, you're having patience with each other. And the hardest thing I had to do was learn how to trust somebody again. When you've been burnt, you have to try and trust a person in your life, type of thing. And I'm working on being real authentic. And sometimes I be more authentic once I have juice in me, because I don't have that boldness to talk about it all the time. But everything is a growing situation. So I don't think no relationship would be perfect. But hey, if you respect the person, and you try and talk and know how to have patience and be forgiving, I think you can make anything work. So
Well, me, I would think the perfect relationship is yin to the yang. You know what I'm saying?
explain.
Like like um her strengths, your strengths, her weaknesses, your weaknesses, her strengths. That type of thing where y'all kind of click, where it's not where nobody is very dominant. Even though I always feel like the man gonna be the ultimate leader, but in a relationship, it's like anything. You got a president, gonna have a vice president. You got a general, you got a colonel. I mean, you always got somebody in the pecking order that gonna be, above. But it's still both of their sides are very important for growth.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's me. I feel like a perfect relationship is when you know when your like I said, her weaknesses is your strengths, her strengths might be your weaknesses. The yang to the yang. Then
I,
you mix
I,
it,
I can do that. I can do that.
you mix it in a pot like gumbo and everything, then it tastes good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
That
you could be the meat part or the veggie part. I'm just kidding.
seafood gumbo.
That's what I'm saying. The meat part or the veggie part.
Oh no.
Seafood fall on the poultry, so hey, it's still meat.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. The Ruben says, so this is your answer. Real talk? Yes. Remove sex until you get married. Oh, that's my answer. I should remove sex and not have sex until my husband find me and marry me. I guess I have to pray and
Wonder did it. I wonder
ask
did
if
the
he come
Ruben
with enough breath to blow the powder
look,
off
I
then.
wonder did Lil Ruben do that? No sex till he got married, Ruben. Ha ha Huh? I just can't believe he
I know a
did
lot of people can say that when they become newfound Christians, you know. So I'm just asking, is that something he asking? I want to know too. Did you do that, LaRuben? Did you not have sex until you said I do to your wife?
I think I don't think so, because he said he dated her for a year or two before they got married. Now I don't think you can
Okay.
date. I don't think you can date a couple years just playing around. It's hard enough. Or maybe the sexual tension probably just 2-3 months.
Especially if you start kissing.
Yeah, kissing, rubbing, touching. All they're gonna take is a pow, some blow off. Let me stop.
I guess that's why so many people they do get married fast.
Yeah, I mean that's why Nick Cannon married Mariah Carey quick, because he
Mm.
said she didn't want to do it unless they were married first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how they got married. Yeah, she put him under the gun. She was like, the only way you're gonna get my Mariah Carey goodies is in a wedding.
So now, if women try that, do you think men are out here that will actually say, "Okay, I respect your decision, and we can do that"?
Man, he still ain't answered questions. Look what he said.
He said, "That's a litmus test. If you truly want to be true, abstain until you marry."
Yeah, but that ain't gonna work these days.
So,
It's,
did you abstain until you say, "I do"? Till you said, "I do."
no, cause he been hunching. So it ain't. It's like you saying something that you couldn't did, and then you got to turn around. Because even if he say yes, listen, if he's saying yes, he's saying he waited before he married her. But I guarantee you, he wasn't a virgin and she wasn't a virgin when they met. So I don't even see the part where people sitting up there waiting till you get married to, unless they're born again Christian or something, or been baptized again. Because I was baptized about 3 times, and the last time the
If
water
the water started boiling,
boiling and
I,
stuff.
I was wondering. I bet you the
I'm like,
preacher jumped out the water like, I ain't doing this no more.
I start growling and stuff. Okay. Right.
Bruh.
Come on with
You
it.
were full of it.
He said he wasn't nothing, but I don't believe him.
Oh, okay.
Even make a long what's name, and he probably gonna say, "Oh yes, I waited and stuff and all that old type of stuff." I don't believe it though. Oh, okay,
But you don't think that's something you could do?
I
If
know.
you were interested in marrying a person, right? Do you think that you can just wait and not have sex until you all said you do? Or
Yeah,
do you feel like that's not a reason?
yeah. When I was in 8th grade,
So you've been active since 8th grade?
no, I'm saying if I was still in the mental thought in 8th grade, I wasn't in mental thought after I got out of what's not, because I went to the army first. As soon as I graduated, I
No,
went straight.
I'm asking you now. I'm not even going back in history.
Uh-huh.
If you found somebody that you wanted to marry and she says to you, let's not have sex until we get married because this is my belief and that's what I want to do. I can
So
be that woman for you.
she a virgin.
I don't know.
You saw how
Very
you
clear,
saw
though.
how you saw
No,
how
that was a Greek word
oh,
for a
but
minute
you,
because you don't hear that no
yeah,
more.
but you heard how you choked up when I said that she a
I'm like,
virgin ass me
what?
kind of
That's
person.
what I'm thinking in my head, you know.
She gotta
Well,
be a
but
old
I'm saying, like you just said, a born again Christian, like a person trying to get their life together. So in getting their life together, they're
I
saying,
can't
okay, I've given my
I
life
can't
to
see
God. You can't see it.
no I done been out here and now I'm keeping these cookies to somebody marry me and I
There's people
was
that practice abstinence.
no I'm
People do
saying
that.
listen you can practice all the hell shit you want to but
The hell shit you want
but
to.
once you've
Oh,
been out
God.
here and see the same people this the problem I got don't after you done had 10, 15, 20 things in you now you want to be the practicing amnesty or abstinence to you on me no no I'm not going for that one now
Well, I mean,
if you come in a virgin and I would believe you if you was up to maybe 27 or 30 but you know what's name was up to 40 was a virgin Vanessa Williams sister she's still a virgin.
I just had a niece. She's 20. Well, she was 28 when she got married, and she was a virgin.
Right. That what I just said. I could trust somebody. They said it was up about 28, 30, and they was a virgin and they just didn't want to do that till they got married. But if somebody came to me talking about 42 or something, hey, we not having sex 2
But
weeks.
some people get older, they don't even have sex anyway, like talking about. So why not wait?
Hold on.
If you can go 2, 3 weeks without even being active, then why not wait if that's something
Okay,
that you
what is
both
you
decide?
that ain't 2, 3 weeks. If
What
you dating somebody and if you waiting on to get married, how long you think it even take to plan a wedding? How long you think? No, I'm just saying if you get with somebody and you get to the point of getting married, how long you think that whole scenario is?
I would roughly say at least a year, maybe.
I ain't finna wait no damn year on somebody trying to give me no coochie. Nah, player. I had to
Okay,
be
well then that wouldn't be the person for you then.
yeah, because
Then you
she ain't no virgin. Now if she was a
Well,
virgin.
even if she decided to wait and you
If she
decide
was
not
a
to, then
virgin,
she's not the person for
no,
you.
listen. If she was a virgin trying to shoot out these rules, and see, that's just like trying to buy. It's just like going to the car lot. So you got the used car lot over here. You got the brand new car lot over there. Which one is more dependable?
Either. What you mean?
Nah, see, you just
So
like
you never purchased a used car and it was dependable.
not as a brand new one.
Okay, so have you ever purchased a car brand new?
No,
Right. So all your cars are still
that's
dependable, right?
that's why I ain't no virgin. I'm used. When the last time you even heard a woman even talk about? I mean, you can hear it, here and there, but I mean, vir, you know,
My brother married one. She was in her 50s.
ooh,
She
a,
doesn't
vir-
have any children or anything.
a virgin in her 50s.
Mhm.
I don't know. Well, I mean, he already had some kids though. By the time he married, her, right?
Right.
That's the only way you do that. You ain't gonna grab up no. Even if she a virgin and she in her 50s, she can't have no kids. I'm
Well, I
sorry.
didn't. Well, no, yeah, she can't.
You know what
Probably.
I'm saying? Yeah. Them eggs start drying up almost gone by in 35.
About 40.
35, they say
Wait
90.
for your 40.
They say that 80% of your eggs gone by 40. 80% of eggs, people don't realize it's not but a few a few little eggs left that she might that ain't dried up that she might be able to, what's the name? That's why they call them miracle babies and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What?
If she truly want her true man, she should give her treasure up until she should give her treasure up until she truly know the man. Your treasure is your most powerful weapon. Well, maybe you're saying
Shouldn't.
she shouldn't give her treasure up. That's what you're meaning, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. We probably saying.
Okay, I get
What they say?
you. If he can't do it, you know your ancestors. You must make him understand your worth.
Oh, if he can't wait,
Yeah.
well, let me tell
And
you.
you just know he's not the one for you.
Let me tell you something, Ruth. You're gonna have a whole lot of women out here. If a woman think, let me tell you something.
It's possible.
Men ain't got different though. See, no, it's possible to make a man wait if you waited, but a woman can't wait till after she done been out here and mess with Tom, Dick, and Joe or this and that, then get to you and talking about, hey, you're gonna have to get married to get this thing. It don't make sense to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I got to look at your what that your Carfax. How many times that thing been wrecked?
What's the right come from the children or what?
All that. The damage because of the mental going through it with these dudes and all kind of stuff. I mean, there's a
I mean, but if that's the case, some men wouldn't have nobody if we did Carfax, if we did Dick Facts on dudes. It's so many guys that been active and so many females that's been active with a lot of people. Like you shared your soul with so many, you dumped off in so many, you know.
And guess what? Guess what though? If a woman looked up a man's Carfax and a man looks up a woman Carfax, a woman would most likely choose a man with a high Carfax than a man would choose a woman with it.
With a high Carfax?
Yeah.
So a man be wanting women to have low body count. It makes a difference.
Right.
But they can have triple, 4 times as much as she has, and it should be okay.
Well, that's if you think about it, men are territorial. So even in the wild, or if you look at regular animals, it works the same way there. You got a man that's trying to have his whole flock or whatever, the gorillas all up in there is one dominant male trying to make with all of them. I mean, it's everywhere you go, even the dogs on your street, they gonna fight, and they're gonna be one dog that's the best fighter, there's just humping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that just the
So
way.
is that what you just compared y'all to? Some gorilla and some dogs?
And the
So
lions,
gorilla dogs and
the
lions.
lions too,
I hear humping.
and the lions too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean that's what it is though.
Okay.
So I mean, like it. I guess women wouldn't understand it because, like, when you think about it, you know, a woman wouldn't you want your man to have more experience than you in life?
I want to grow together.
No, I'm talking about his own experiences. I mean, when you want him to be more diverse, wouldn't you want him stronger than you?
He should. Yes, I do. I do. I will hope
Wouldn't
he
you want him taller than you?
It would be nice.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times, my heels, because I'm rarely a tall lady myself.
When you want him to be your protector and all that stuff,
Ain't nothing wrong with it, yeah.
and all that comes with it. That's what you just described a line out in the wild. See, guess what? Guess what? Think about it like this here. Like it's women out here ratting in. All they do is talk about chasing the bag and all that, right? Getting it, that money, that moolah, that food, right? So think about the wild. That's what the women of the tribe do. They go and hunt. They go hunt all day. They hunt, chase down animals, kill them or whatever. If the animal too big, now all of a sudden you hear, here come big baby coming. He come jump on it, help him kill it or whatever, whatever. But other than that, all he does is walk around, piss, mark his territory, make sure don't know those threats come and harm them. If they see a hyena, they see anything, you know what they do? And he come to running. Hold on now. You done seen some of the animal video when the lion hear them hollering and he hold on. And he be close and they be hearing them holler something. What? It's them hyenas. It's them hyenas. Don't I hate me some hyenas?
Something wrong with you, man.
And he come and the first thing he do, and all the hyenas, it could be one line, and it could be the 30 hyenas, they like, oh hell. But guess what? Before the big line came, they were picking on all the girls. They were, get out of the way. They would get out of the way. But once that big baby come, oh hell, they get to looking back, all the animal people up. You ever seen a lion go to the pond? You ever seen a wildlife show and you watch the lion walk to the pond?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen how every animal raise their head up and watch him?
Yep. Until he goes.
They be like, okay, close, clear. The lion is coming through. Everybody stop what you're doing for a minute. And that's what kind of man that most women want. They might sugarcoat themselves and everything, but most women want a respectable man, lion, to be their leader and this and that. It's the same thing about Denzel. Denzel got, man, it's women that'll fall everywhere to try to get a piece of Denzel or something like this. But guess what? His wife understands that. She plays her part, stands back, let him does his movies, his sex scenes, all that stuff. She don't have no problem. He be real tasteful with stuff. You don't never see him really. He might.
That's a man that respects the woman he has.
Yeah,
men don't do that no more.
Yeah, but
men walk off and leave you. They won't even acknowledge you even with them. They don't care nothing.
You see how LaMelo Anthony, what's her name?
Lala.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You saw her scenes, and that's the reason they got divorced. So that's when somebody is not respecting a marriage, huh?
Well, that was her job.
Buck booty naked and you humping around. You ain't never seen, if you look, you ain't never seen Denzel buck booty naked, grabbing a woman, humping all on the walls and on the floor and all that. He had respectable scenes where we already did to do. And then something we done already did this. Somebody laying in your arms is well. They don't have to do all that. You
right. Yeah.
No. And he made great movies without doing all that. See that?
Well, that's part of what you will accept. That's in life. A lot of things we fall short because we accept so much. And then we end up with the short end of the stick. Just like her. She gave herself so much away. She ended up with the short end of the stick because she lost her husband and then she got killed off the show. So it wasn't even long enough that you had to ruin what you had at home for this little sex scene on this job.
Right. She wasn't in there but a season before she got killed.
Right.
You done gave up your whole goddamn marriage trying to be a star for one. But it was already going downhill because she was, you know, they, because the New York media is ruthless and they was trying to catch him everywhere. Now, if you look, they never put Carmelo Anthony right there with a woman, but they did one time. They put it on the same ship. Look at this woman over here, this Carmelo on the same ship. They put them in the same area. You feel what I'm saying? But they never
Who
put
he played in the movie?
no.
Oh, well, what
No,
you mean?
no, I'm talking about when the tabloids were trying to catch up with him cheating. Or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Could never put a woman, him grabbing, holding hands. They here, there. They put some having dinner, or you know what I'm saying, or on the same cruise ship with their people. You know how that is.
Mm-hmm.
So what did the room say about my car
Well, what
fact?
you saying, bro? If sis has a Carfax, what would you see or discover? What would she see or discover? If a sis Carfax you, what would she see or discover?
Oh, if she car facts me,
Yeah.
uh, uh,
He will not incriminate himself. Don't tell her what's on his facts. He'll probably say to be
I'm telling you, it is not. Listen, I'm telling you because let me tell you something. The same thing that women say that they don't like, they fighting to try to be now.
What you mean?
Women didn't want men to be out here having all these sexual partners, but women sitting there saying we could do this, we do it even better than you. Duh. If you lay down in the middle of the street, someone gonna hump on you. Let a man lay down naked in the middle of the street. Ain't nobody humping on him.
Oh Lord.
No, I'm just giving you the gift of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So women are acting like it's hard for them to get sex. Like they be like, "Oh, I can do it 10 times better than you." Duh. Like this is what a woman should say. Could you be a man and do what a man do? You know what I'm saying? See, it sounds easy, but women ain't never had this kind of pressure on them. They never. Women always been. People always came to them. They ain't never been out there where they had to scrub up some kind of game, get to know.
It's getting that way.
Nah,
Men don't come to women no more.
well, that's because a lot of them that got mean. So a lot of men not coming to women because women done changed. I mean, it's changed, but you still got some women that still got a certain level of feminine, and it's sad because most of them may be old souls, but the younger generation coming up, it's some hardcore young bunnies down here, man. I be looking at these videos and looking at that. They be like, "Have you ever cheated on your man?" They be like, "Yeah." They cold. So it's a whole different breed.
Only reason it's cold is because they will admit it. Men will not admit to that. Not too
What you
many.
mean admit to what?
At cheating.
Uh, Men was admitting to cheating at first when women wasn't admitting.
What
Men,
you mean? They would say, "Oh, I'm
you
cheating."
know
I
how
cheated.
you know how women got caught up cheating. The Maury show. That's how men found out how bad women was cheating. Maury and Jerry Springer. You know, all them lie detector tests started catching up with what I'm 1,000% sure you're the father. You're not the father. He not the father. You're not the father. The other 10 of them and not the father. What?
Does Maury come on anymore? I
uh,
remember when we first started watching that. That was just so hilarious.
man,
Especially one
it wasn't
time.
hilarious to
Put
me.
these,
I'm
but
gonna tell you.
I'm saying you put these girls on here, you have about 4 or 5 dudes, and they want to bring you back for another 5. And out of all these 10 dudes, nobody is your child's father. What were you doing?
15. I done seen 15. I done seen them test 15, 16 dudes.
And
Man,
none
one
of
of
them
them.
were the father.
And the girl crying, hitting the floor. Woo! He was like, we gonna find out who the father is.
And I bet she brought
And I'm looking at him saying, you know you lying. Boy, you just want her on the show again.
just straight humiliation.
Man. And men would think, well, she might have cheated once, twice. But when you see stuff like that, you be like, wow, she was getting out there. She was giving them cookies away. So it
Those
make
are
you feel
private now.
different when you think about how women, and that was a while ago, and women was moving like that. So imagine how women are moving now, where they feel like they sexual freedom and all that type of stuff they be talking.
Yeah, they
And
be saying they a butterfly now. They can
yeah,
just fly
man,
and be free.
I was listening to a woman the other day, and he was like, how many people can you have sex with in a year and not be a whore or something? And the lady said, about 16. Like, huh? Wow. She was like, well, 10. I mean, but
So what number make women a whore in a year's time? In a man's eye.
I have I have no idea because what people be talking about now, you be thinking about because even in a whole lifetime, most women sexual partners back in the day used to be 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 people. And they were saying that still to this day is saying 2 to 4. But what about all these new modern women that's saying we sexually liberated, we want to do this, we want to do that, and then they reach about 30 and they done ran through? Because see, this is what people don't realize. Say you come from a small town, right?
Right.
Say you don't have, but say you having fun and you having sex one different dude a month. It don't seem too bad, but that's 12 in a year. 2 years, that's 24. 4 years, that's 48. 8 years, that's almost 100. You feel what I'm saying? See, people don't even look at it like that. Like in 4 years, you done ran through 100 dudes. You feel what I'm saying?
So that's just on the women's side.
So right, but I mean, um, a lot of men might talk about, a lot of sexual partners, but the average man is like 6 or 7 in his whole life. The
Well,
average,
what about the guys that go to clubs, right? And you take a different woman home every night. So
these are
3 days out of the week you're at the club. You go home with a different woman every night. So it
these
doesn't
are
mean that you're having sex. You're just taking her home, right?
these are different dudes though.
What you mean?
These are different kind of dudes.
What you mean? I mean, what's different about?
All dudes ain't created equal. This is a whole different breed of dudes that able to take a woman home every night.
But that's what I'm saying. So just say, for instance, you're taking a woman home every night. Doesn't mean you just taking her home. It's not that you want to have sex every night with a different woman. You just got the ability to take her home. Is that like just a stat thing or what?
And you said the man being able to take a different woman home every night.
Mm-hmm.
If he taking 5 different women home in a week, how many you thinking letting them hit?
If you go home with this man, I would think all of them. I'm just saying for me on the outside looking in, but
Yeah.
you can't always judge the book from its cover. So I'm just saying, do men, when they be taking women home, are they taking them home with potentials of hitting? Are they just taking it home for the stat of how it looks?
Nah, they gonna hit if they
If they took it home, they gonna hit. That's what I'm saying. So what you
man,
mean?
what it is I say it's a high probability that she wanted just as much as he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, them different kind of dudes. Every dude ain't got it. Ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Every dude ain't got conversation like that to take a woman home every night. Some dudes don't have that kind of confidence to holler at women like that. So but that's the same thing we have to realize about. It's a 51% of black men are childless and single. So people don't realize it's a small percentage of men that's having most of the babies. You know what I'm saying? This dude's out here with, I was looking at one close to Chicago, dude got 300 children. 300. This man out here I remember when I was coming up, I mean, around this town now, there was dudes around here that had 6, 7, 8 children at the least. I remember when I first met a girl one time, and I'm like, you know, um, she asked me how many children I had. I said 1, and she was like, "Wow, you look like you got about 6, 7 kids." I was like, "What?" But I mean, they just, I mean, I could have been the dude that could have had a bunch of kids, but I was scared of a lot of stuff out here, and I was scared. Period. Of just I guess what helped me out is writing that book, kids having the essay I had to write to graduate high school, and then kids having kids. So it kind of gave me a perception of what was going on out here. So
So you did research on that too and incorporated
it
in
kind of
that.
made me strap up, made me be more protective of how I moved and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of men, if they sat down and looked at the stats and how your kid might be, you would want to be in the same household with your child. And a lot of my partners, reason a lot of them married for so long is that's what they were trying to do, stay in the same household with them.
I get it.
All right, they catch up.
Bloom said that's crocodile watching too. We need to stop basing our relationships about money and looks and truly ask God for your soulmate. Okay. What's up, Dee Dee? She said, "Hey everyone, what I missed, just got in from work."
She up in this thing, boy. We gonna hurry up and get it on down. Go ahead.
Bloom said, "If a woman or man get cheated on, it's their fault. The sign's right there."
Yeah, I don't know about that one, though.
Oh. Dee Dee said, "Move in silence."
Mhm.
How many women can a guy do other than their main woman? That was a question.
I don't know. We got to ask LaRuben.
LaRuben said all five.
They were talking about when we was talking about taking them home, taking
Oh,
everything home. That's what they talking about on that. When,
oh.
how many you take home. Look and hit. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. We
If
take five home. How many you hit when I was singing all five?
right, I just don't see guys just taking somebody home just to say I'm taking her home. Nah, they taking
Well,
her
I mean, half the time, like I said, if the woman going home with you, I mean, a lot of stuff is understood. But I mean, like, I um, I done had a couple incidents that I done took somebody home and they kind of, you know, um, act like they wasn't down. But I did. I just. I mean, it didn't. I guess it didn't matter to me like that. But I guess with
So
anything,
when they act like they want down, what you do?
took them home.
Okay.
I mean, what can you do?
Right. They probably just trying to see what you had.
Maybe. I mean, but I guess I guess like LaRuben um um like I said, most of the time you don't go through them kind of problems, but I have, and I guess it make you feel a little uncomfortable if you feel like they uncomfortable. And I would want a woman in an uncomfortable position. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I wouldn't want her to feel like, oh, I done got her to my house and I ain't taking her home or whatever, and be like, mm-mm, I'm gonna take you home to your house or get you on. So if they ain't down, what's take them home?
But sometimes you have probably gotten. I know I've been in a position where you think that this may be it for you, but you get there and you feel like a different thing. Like my protection gear came up. I don't know what this may lead to. So you're like,
But I also
That's why I do not ride. If I go, I ain't riding with you. I'm driving myself. Because you may try to kidnap me and don't let me leave or don't want to take me home.
you said what?
She said, why do guys want 4 or 5 different women? Why not just one woman? Maybe because your ego, maybe. You think that it keeps you excited to have an additional person to be active that don't really get to know you. Because the person that know what you got, know what you're doing. So you have to keep that extra thrill out there, maybe. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, we'll say it like this here. Why why do people change clothes? Why do people don't eat the same food every day?
Some people do. And you change clothes because it's probably dirty. What you mean?
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying when I say change clothes, like say why you don't just like the Apple dude said a long time ago. He bought the same clothes. He bought the same literal clothes because he don't want to have trouble in the morning wasting time
Deciding what to put on.
decide what to get on. He want to get on out the house. same
So
clothes.
what does this have to do with what we ask?
Well,
Why have 4 or 5 different women?
what I'm saying is, um, most people most people want more than probably what they, you know it's like anything. Like if you go and to a buffet and then they got crab. They got crab here. They got shrimp here. They got this here. Everything different. So when you sometimes when you got men out here, some men might be out here just getting something different. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing why a woman ain't a virgin. It's like women now would say, oh, they would teach their daughters, won't you go out here, test the market, be free for a little while, and then find you a man later. And they realizing that's harder than it is once you get out there and you start having sex with,
Okay, well, wait, before you get there trying to get on women, finish your thought pattern of what you said. You said your answer is
well, you
like,
can't have me to finish a thought pattern when you
no,
interrupt.
no, stay on the me. You just told us a scenario. You didn't finish. You said like a buffet. You got crab, shrimp, and whatever you said. You said they all taste different. So that's why you saying it's like a comparison. That's your comparison for
Well,
me,
I mean, sometimes it's just like um it's the same thing when I was telling you about um you know uh reason 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 a lot of men, I put this in a different way. Reason a lot of men don't cheat is not because they don't want to. It's because of the consequences. It's not because like you have men that don't cheat that might go to strip club. Might don't cheat, but he might go out here and he talk to women all day, but he wanna feel like he might still got it or this and that. But a lot of men don't cheat because of the consequences of the divorce or losing it all, losing his kids or whatever, whatever. But if a lot of men could cheat and get away with it with no problem, or if they wife didn't care and said, "Oh, baby, you can have you one girlfriend or what," it'll be a lot of men that would do some shit that is doing some shit and would do some shit that women wouldn't even know about.
right? Okay.
There you go.
Miss Bella, what if you feel a person is your soulmate and meant to be, but the guys feel different, but won't say stay away from each other? Oh,
What?
okay. She
Explain it.
said, what if you feel
Explain it to me though.
she's saying, what if you feel a person is your so like you're with somebody
Uh-huh.
and you're thinking like, oh, I think he is my soulmate or we're meant to be together, right?
Uh-huh.
But the guy doesn't feel the same way that you feel. You know, he doesn't feel the same way, but you're still being with each other. You're still hanging on to each other. You're feeling all this love and affection for this person, but they don't even care. Like talking about, they don't feel the same way that you feel, but they won't move on, but y'all still rocking it together. So I know exactly what she's saying. I feel that. I don't know. People are not honest anymore. They can't be honest.
Okay. Read.
Ruben said, my daughter changed my perspective of how I treated women. God taught me if I treat another man daughter wrong, will get mad when a young brother treats yours the same. It's a yin and yang. This real talk.
I can understand that. But then I think he like varieties, choices, and different flavors. Um,
He's a Baskin and Robbins man.
and that could be that, but just like that dude, um, I put it this way. That's why that new song by King George hit so hard in the club because a lot of people, a lot of men can hear that song and then can feel what the man's saying about uh about he's talking about she go on because you got one that ain't gonna complain and one that gonna handle business and this and that and I think what it is the world and got a little different that
That is acceptable for men to have these type of qualities. And there are some people that probably move that way. Somebody to hold them down. Someone gonna cook. Someone gonna be their peace. Someone gonna make them laugh. Whatever. But women do this. You got you a little whore because you got a plumber. You got the yard man. You got the car man. You got the pipe man. You got all these different type of things. But it's just not a song. Is it a song about women doing that?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a comeback song off that.
Oh, is it?
That why men want other men women, girlfriends slash wives. Why men want other men women, girlfriends slash wives? Because I guess because she gonna go back to her husband or boyfriend. He ain't got to deal with her every day.
Oh, wow. That's why so many men gonna reap what they sow.
No,
That
that's
is
the same
sad.
thing. Women, the same reason I done heard women say the reason they like married men because they don't want the man that they know they can have a man to help them out on the bills, this and that, but don't stay there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you done heard this.
I mean, I've heard it.
Yeah, LeBron said the game, baby, the game. But what other topic we got? This, this is what we on. This is what we on here.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then we just talked about the next thing. Let's see.
So, how to manage emotions and communicate. You talk about how your daddy might have gave you the game on how to manage an emotions and stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I think my daddy gave me that game because I think his steadfast, his way of keeping it real or just saying how it really is. See, I think I get a lot of that because I've been listening to real type people all my life and they just give it to you straight shooter, no BS. Wasn't like
No
that.
sugarcoating.
Yeah, no sugarcoating. They just tell it how it is. And I think a lot of people don't want to know how it is. People want to know how they really want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So I think um I think in today's climate, um, they say women cheat on the same rate as men, like 24%. Men is like 28%, something like that. So I mean, it's still they right there neck and neck. Um, And then they say, most women counselors say that they feel like the ladies out there say they feel like women cheat more than men. You know what I'm saying? It just they don't tell as easy as men would tell. Men are complain
Men don't tell. They'll tell each other, maybe, but
psychiatrists and all that. No, men will tell studies and all that when women are still trying to play that little innocent role.
oh, you saying for research purposes.
Right,
Well,
right,
they
right.
getting bold now because I've been hearing so many women on the internet just talking and tickle how many times they've cheated on their men and how many of their relationships they have not been faithfully and laughing like it's a joke.
Right.
And like they ask would they do it again? Yeah.
But I think, but then the difference. And I was listening to the dude say the other day. He said the difference what men got a problem with women is that women actually cheat on men with somebody they actually like, and men can cheat on a woman that he don't like at all. He ain't
Oh,
got
okay, that
like
the
that.
woman like, okay.
Right. So I guess that's what affect men so bad because they know if you cheating on him,
Cheating, you already
actually
develop a
like-
relationship with this
right,
person. You set
right,
it up.
right. So
Oh, let me see how that works.
yeah, so yeah,
So that's what guys do when they know they want to cheat with this. They know this girl got a man or whatever. They just easily talk to you to get to know you because their motive is to go ahead and knock it off, right? That what
that's it. That's their motive to knock that thing
so they not
pie,
just calling you at 6 o'clock in the morning to say good morning, George. They doing the bait thing.
bait it up.
Oh man.
But I don't think all men are like that. But I think most men that try to give you. That's why I don't try to be one of these fake dudes on the stream. Be trying to tell everybody one more. Hey, beautiful. Oh, if I was your man, I would give you the sun, the stars, the moon, and the mountains.
You ain't never said that.
Nah, you know what they gonna do? Give you this dick. Just like
Wait, say it again.
they gonna give you the dick. They ain't gonna give you all that shit they be talking, all that shit. They see, let me tell you something. A woman knows a real man. I mean, what kind of man she dealing with after she give him sex, not before. Because once you give him sex, you will see the real side of him come out. Or even if he want to talk to you anymore. See, you got some men that's so cold out here and got game out here, they get the cookies. I mean, they might change to a whole different person. But I think um I always just try to be authentic because you know, I've been the type of person, if you like me or not, even back then, like this, if you're gonna give me the cookies, you're gonna give it to me. If you ain't, you ain't. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of dudes, beg and plead and you know, you know, I think that went out the door with me about 28, 26, something like that, about just trying to, do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? I think when I was younger, you would do a little bit whatever it take to try to uh to get a woman.
Okay. Didi said, but how can a woman leave an ex alone emotionally and physically, or how can you finally get the ex to not be an ex any longer? Wait a minute now. How can a woman leave an ex?
Sounds like some killing shit though.
How you leave an ex alone, physically and emotionally? You have to just get over it. You just can leave, but your feelings, if you have real feelings, it's not that easy. You don't turn those on and off like a light switch. How can you finally get the ex to not be an ex any longer? What does that mean? You know what that means?
Cause I mean, only way they'll not be an ex if you get back with them.
If you get back with them or they die.
Right. That's the only.
So,
You can answer that yourself. But I mean, yeah, but I feel like I I look at things. I put it away. Every time I feel like I wanted somebody else's life, you don't know that.
okay.
No, I mean, like, you know how you get out here. Like, I had a couple dudes I know, right? And I'm just gonna talk about it. Uh, you know, you, sometimes, a dude that been out here, maybe like me, he'll be like, I wish I had settled down, got married, had about 3, 4 kids, whatever, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
you look at some of the stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Did you just stop to do that?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes I feel like we all want to live in this fairy tale, this white picket fence, the house, the couple of kids, have good family. But it's not always easy to sing because, like, even when you watch these movies, like, I done had real life partners. Like, I was talking to one of my partners the other day, and it had been a while since I seen him. And I seen him at the park store. We was at the park store and we talking, and he was like, man, he was like, man, my wife took this and took that, and he said because they came in and he said everybody was laughing at him, and he said why everybody was laughing at me because
I found this.
he said they were laughing because he said they weren't laughing with him, they were laughing at him because they said the key wasn't here. And they had
Okay.
7 kids together. So what happened was he said one day he said he was going somewhere and he just scooped up all the kids and took them to
I did.
yeah, but he said he took them all to the clinic and he said had them all tested and he said I don't know that boy got 2 of them is.
I couldn't find Adam Sandler.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just something else just to for him to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it kind of had me and even one of my partners around the corner. You know, just having, just looking later on and finding out. that your wife been cheated or something, stuff like that, and you had no idea, you know. So it's just something else when you get into certain things. That's why I say ain't nothing perfect because we watch these movies where these families seem like they are all right, and the wife going to the grocery store and she getting bent over in the parking lot, and I mean it's all kind of stuff going on that you never know what's going on because they live in a certain kind of life day by day. But like you said, it don't take but 6, 7, 10 minutes for people to stop somewhere and get it in. And if you just don't have a natural, feel like you got a natural good woman on your side, I mean, you don't know what's going on out here. So, I mean, it always, I guess it always kind of affected me mentally because I've seen it close up, you know, working at the club, owning the club, being out in the streets, uh, not never really having no normal 9 to 5 job. So I was able to see more than the average person that works and stuff. Like you're able to see what more stuff that's going on out here. You know, stopping by your partner house, listening to him complain, oh man, my girl. And then you think about that song. You remember that song, that blues song when the dude said, I didn't go to work today. I followed my girl to the hotel. And he was like, man, won't you just leave her? And he was like, man, I can't leave her alone. And and when you listen to them kind of songs, that's why I don't like. I, I ain't gonna say I don't like blues songs. But a woman that listens to blues songs, I just say that a woman that listens too much blues music, I don't like them because they're cheap music to me. And 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 to me, a woman that love blues, she a cheater. She a cheater some kind of way. And and I'm gonna go down with that one because I got to. That's just some stuff that you see and you be thinking, you be like, wow, for real, and it's for real.
Mm, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else you got?
That's it. I want to say two things on what researchers said. Researchers said that shows that women tend to be drawn to partners who are similar to their fathers, um, behaviorally, psychologically, emotionally. These are things that researchers have said. Women are drawn to men that have similarities of their fathers. Some women. But do you think this is true? I found that Andrew, the researcher, Dr. Andrew, said it shows that men often favor women who have resembled their mother's good qualities when choosing a mate. Is that true?
Um, yeah, I think so. Uh, I think it's according on how you feel about your mother. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
said good qualities.
yeah, but I mean, say if your mama a very cleanly person, so you might say, "Oh, my mama been cleaning after me or whatever." You know what I'm saying? So maybe you might want a woman to just jump in and take over that little.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It might be something like that. It might be like something like a woman taking over the mother's stuff that your mother did for you. That might be what you might like for the woman to do for you. But then again, you know, I just think it is whatever your mom, because you got some mamas that's not clean. You got some mamas that's kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Junkie, hoarders. You got all kind of different mothers. So I don't think every man would probably want a woman just like his mother. You know,
Mm.
yeah. It's according on what you feel about your mother or something like that. Because I think on my side, I love my mama to death, but I wouldn't want a woman that's as strong as my mama. Like mentally, my mama was a very, you know, type of woman. So I wouldn't want that. So but I guess that what I would consider a bad quality. Cause I tell my mama she a feminist. So I be like, you know, I feel like my mama kind of feel like she can do just about, and I think she can do just about as much as a man can, but I wasn't never looking for that. My mama admitted she was a tomboy coming up and all that. So I mean, it would be different. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think each man is different in what they really want. I think every man, once he become of age, want a woman that I think most men would want a woman that can follow their lead if they're a leader.
Okay. So, do you think that some people with daddy issues avoid getting closer to anybody?
With daddy issues, getting close
Hmm.
to that.
Does those things, affect you where you don't care to get close to anybody? Like if it's a problem.
Um, yeah, I think daddy issues are the reason why a lot of women ain't in relationships because of daddy wasn't in the house most of the time. Most time, these days you raised up in a house where the mama is the boss most of the time. So it's harder for women to even want that daddy figure or man over them after they've been just led by a woman. And then you might have another woman just the opposite. She might have got them didn't want to be in the house with her mama, and she couldn't wait to get to another man that could, you know what I'm saying, that she
Yeah.
could be up under.
Look, that's why I'm ready for tomorrow's show. This is gonna be a must talk about
Yeah,
because just what you said, just what you said. It start from whatever structure of how you were brought in, you know. But hey, that's what I got. That's what I got. What kind of woman you want to have, Bella, and what kind of man you want to have? What kind of woman you want? A woman for what? To clean the house or what? Or what kind of man you want to have? Well, I want a man that will respect me and that can actually just love me for all my flaws, and I can do the same in return. See, I like to make my guy feel good. I like to relax him. I don't want to start no confrontation. Confrontation is something I don't never really like anyway. I want to be my man's peace. So I want to give him his peace and I want to love him and take care of him. I want to do these things. And I want that man to come and just let me do those things. But men don't really want that, I don't think. Maybe it's just me.
you want a relationship or possibly marriage?
Um, I think I kind of want marriage. At first, I was like, I don't want no husband. But I think the older I get, I think I want somebody that I can be mine and I can grow old together with. So yeah, I want a husband. Yeah. Be his peace. No, his peace of mind. PEACE, not PIECE. Not his peace. I don't want to. That's the thing. I don't want to be with a man that I'm gonna always be a peace to him, like the PIECE. Like it's not just gonna be me. I'm gonna be the other piece, and he got all these other pieces. I asked God to send me that man that can love me and be good to me and treat me like I think I deserve, or he think I deserve. Which, hey, if God sent it to me, I know it'll be all right. So
She said peace. Yes, sorry. She meant peace. Let's see. What type of woman I want? The yang to my yang.
you gonna stick with that all night, huh?
To yang to my yang. And yeah, I guess one that I feel like I don't have to fight.
Fight.
No, man, no, because like ladies today, how it come off sometimes. It come off like everything is a fight. Everybody got all this stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. See, you the only person got a lot going on. You just all in.
Hey, I got a lot going on.
I see. That's what I said. You the only person got a lot going on.
Yeah, but yeah,
You not sure. You just gonna say yin to your yang.
yeah. I mean, because I done made to. I remember when I hit 50, I said I don't want that. I don't want to argue with nobody no more. I don't want to be, I don't want no toughie, no tough guy, because me myself, I'm about as tough as they come. I don't need nobody trying to sell me wolf tickets. I used to tell people back in the day, don't be trying to sell me wolf tickets because I already bought up all of them. Because ain't too many people ever scared me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that old wolf ticket people. I'll tear you up. I bet you'll know I've been there. Yeah, because you'll be the only person I see on the ground. That's the only reason I know you've been there. You know, when people talk about they want to fight you and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's my whole thing. I don't like the aggressive, as in somebody talking about fighting or that old type of stuff. Um, Maybe somebody trying to be aggressive in bed, but definitely not fight. What's up, Latasha in his house?
Hey Tasha.
But yeah, my yang to my yang, and and somebody that got my back, you know, that I can jump when she need me to jump, and she can jump when I want her to jump. We jump rope together.
So y'all some double dutchers.
Yeah, you know how do you see them people double dutch, they be in front of each other. They be clapping and everything. They be like, you be like, damn, them folk good. Okay. So that's the best couples there is in the world, the double dutch.
So you want to a double dutcher. Okay. Your yin yang double dutcher. Okay, we got you.
That's
Oh,
all
okay.
like that.
Well, okay. I have nothing else either, but don't forget to like and share and subscribe. We will see you guys on tomorrow night with the fire subject of what is the order of your house? Because kids say nowadays is first the woman, second the kids, and third the men. So we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Show up and let's discuss.
Lord have mercy. This gonna be some
That's what you're ready for.
Yeah, I'm ready to go into.
Mhm.
We're gonna mess around and have a whole child on the show tomorrow.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. If they don't watch me, I'm gonna have a whole little baby on the show tomorrow talking about, yeah, I said it and what?
Eh,
Oh, really? What you doing? All right.
all right.
All right. Well, all I can say is how we go out, how we come in is how we go out. See y'all tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Walk. Be there or be square.
What you talking about?
All of that.
What you talking about? What you talking about, Wings?
And good night, good people. We will see you tomorrow night.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. Look at you.
Got him. Got him.
See y'all tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for the fire subject.
Yes.
On Tasty Tuesdays, Taco Tuesdays,
Oh,
and
you
Petty
graduated, huh?
and Petty Tuesdays.
Okay. I was about to say, get it all together now. I just switched
See
up on
y'all
it
tomorrow night at 9.
tomorrow night.
Peace.
Good night.